Okay, here we go. I think it is ready, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So start from the beginning. Hi, I'm Christina Dillabo, Director of Communications for the Desert Southwest Conference. Today is Tuesday, March 25th. It's 10 a.m. and this is Tuesday Talks. So in Tuesday Talks, if this is your first time joining, I share some of what's coming from the conference, and my target audience is you, the pastor, the church staff, the communicator, communications liaison. This isn't necessarily although we're recording and broadcasting on YouTube, it's really more for archiving purposes and to review this later in case you missed something or wanted to rewatch something. This isn't really intended to be like a public broadcast um, to let people know about the Desert Southwest Conference. It isn't. So um, I let's just go ahead and get started.
Okay.
So the first thing I wanted to share is about the CCLI licensing. So I try to cover things that people have asked about. And one of the things that I was asked about is CCLI. What do I need to do to renew our church license? What licenses do we have? How much do we need to pay when we renew? Um, Things like that have been asked. So I wanted to go over the CCLI part real quick. So for, I don't know, maybe it's been about 5 years at least that the Desert Southwest Conference has been covering the cost of CCLI. Let's look at the types of licenses. The search copyright license and the CCLI streaming license for each of our churches. Now, some churches don't have a streaming license, but that's because they're not streaming. And a couple of churches have, there's like a streaming plus license. I don't see it listed here, but so those types of licenses, or maybe if they have a church video license, that's extra that the church may pay for. So if a church asks me, how much do I owe to renew, or what do I do to renew? The first thing I do is check to see what licenses through CCLI we have under our group license for that church. If they only have the church copyright license, then I let them know there's nothing you need to do. There's no cost for the church. The renewal is done through the group renewal with the Desert Southwest Conference. Same thing with the streaming license. But a church might have one of these other licenses that are not part of our group discounted rate. And so if a church does have one of these, then I just instruct them to go through CCLI. So you'd go to ccli.com, log in, and go through the process of renewing your other licenses. The only things that your church will get billed for directly are these other additional licenses that the conference is not already renewing for you. And I've already started conversations with our CCLI representative to put together a list of all of our churches that are part of our group discount, any new churches, or if churches have closed, we update that list together. And update it and send it to them, and then they update their records, and then they bill us to renew all of those licenses at one time. I believe our renewal date is in April. So, we're getting close to that time, but still, there's really nothing that the church has to do um, for those two licenses. Some churches have one church, I think, or one license, or some other music licensing. That's without any involvement of the conference. So you would need to go through the steps to renew with that company. Are there questions about that?
Well, I do have a question. We use CCLI, and we also use the streaming, but I noticed on your what you popped up there, that screen, it showed song select.
Mhm.
Uh, and so is that something separate?
It used to be separate, but now Song Select is included with the CCLI church copyright license.
Okay, well, I'm curious then because not only is the district paying our licenses, then we're paying it also, and I don't understand why.
So maybe you and I will talk, or let me show you something else you can do.
Okay.
Maybe we'll talk and see what licenses you're renewing or covering, but you can also either use their chat to find out information
Okay,
or
sure.
use the support to talk to, let's see here, contact options. There we go. To find out, there we go. Um, if you don't already know, what are all the licenses that you're getting billed for? And then if you're able to get um, like an account list of the licenses that your church is getting billed for, um, and it doesn't match up with what I'm sharing, talk to me about it, and then I'll connect with our CCLI account rep to straighten that out. But you
Okay.
should only be getting billed for licenses that are not covered through the conference.
Okay,
Um,
very good. That's good to know because what I'm seeing, it looks to me like they're getting paid twice for Desert
yeah,
Chapel. So
okay.
we do
Yeah.
use one license as well. And the reason we do is because the um the music that our pianist plays, which is only piano music, a lot of it's not listed on CCLI
Okay.
because they're not specific to hymns, but it's religious music, but it's not specifically a hymn. And that's the only way I can find it is through one license.
Gotcha. Yeah. There's other songs that it could be some, I mean, there's tons of different licensing options.
Right.
And any church that has a question about like what license should we be using, you can connect with me about that. I don't guarantee to have all the answers, but I can help with that research. All right. So Susie, you and I are going to connect afterwards to see about your what
Okay.
CCLI is billing you.
All right. Very
Okay.
good.
Then the next thing I want to share with you is go back to there about the mission project. So um, you'll see in today's conference newsletter this article kind of describing what the mission project is and what churches need to know. But I just wanted to show you the different items. So this page, what we're looking at, dscumc.org/mission dash project is the 2025 mission project resources for local church use. So right now, this doesn't go to anything. It's probably going to take us back to the homepage. Same thing with the Google Drive folder. It's not linked to, oh, I did link it. Okay, well, I'll show you more about that in a minute. Um, but both of these will be live and connected soon. Right now, it's just announcing here's what the mission project is, and this is the page where churches will be able to download graphics, social media blurbs, videos. And what sites we'll be using to get some information about the um, food insecurity in Nevada. So that's what this year's mission project is all about. It's funding um, food pantries in 6 of our churches in the North District. The North District is where annual conference is happening this year. So the online donation form will link to this page, which is still in draft mode. Information like this is not finalized yet. You can see one of the videos here. And right now it's just linked to each of the churches, but we'll link to church videos that you can share. And that Google Drive links to this one where you'll be able to see the things that churches have submitted. For example, let's get Desert Spring, all kinds of photos, and they've got some videos as well. Um, but the plan is that we'll have a weekly video that will include in the um, conference newsletter leading up to annual conference. Each newsletter is going to feature a different um, search profile. And those videos will probably be a little bit longer. And those are videos that we will have on social media as well. But the music licensing for that might be just for the conference because some of these videos are created by the churches. And so if they purchase music for these videos, then the conference is having to buy that music license as well so that we can legally post that video on our social media channels or on our website or wherever. But we're not asking churches to have to buy that license as well. So what you can do is just share the donation page, which will have that video embedded in it for that week. And the other thing you can do is on that resource page where we've got social media blurbs and video downloads, those will be much shorter videos, like maybe 30 seconds to a minute, that any music is that's included in there will be copyright free, so that churches can upload it into your own newsletter, your website, your social media, whatever, without any worries about having to spend money to be able to share it. Does that make sense? Okay. So we'll keep adding to that page. I'm going to share my screen one more time. So we'll keep adding to this page, and April 16th, I believe, is the official launch date. So you'll have a lot more information here that you'll be able to use. I want to have, I'm going to take the link off of the Google Drive folder because right now it's an editing link so that our people that are adding information to this can do that. But that's what's going to be linked there. Where once we have everything uploaded, then I'll change it to a view and download link. And then, anybody would be able to access it and download what you need if you don't see here what you're looking for. But our intention is to have some ready-made videos, some copy that social media blurbs that you can just copy and paste into your stuff. Same thing goes for the news articles. You will start listing any news article, which we're going to do a weekly feature for each search. So you can copy and paste any of the information from the articles as well. What else? Oh yeah, this one here, the church profiles. This is information that you can also copy and paste, get any information that you want from here for your social media or newsletter items that, if what we're providing isn't quite matching maybe your church's style or tone, we're trying to make everything available to you so you can customize it so it matches your church's typical voice. Right? Does that make sense? Oops, there we go. All right. Are there any questions about the mission project? Okay. Then that's all I had for today. Does anybody want to announce anything or share some information about what's coming up from your church? Or ask some other question? Okay. Then that's it for this week. I hope to see you again next week. Thanks for joining Tuesday Talks.